It's honestly what it was. I had a guy that was supposed to come over, 101 Speed Company. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah,
Out in Canoga and that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I try and schedule a podcast kind of like a week in advance or like a whole month in advance. So I know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And he's going through some stuff and things happen. And you got to kind of be like a little bit in the correct headspace to come over here and talk, and if he's not there, then it wasn't meant to be, sort of deal.
Yeah.
So Danny was like, I got the perfect guest for you. I know somebody. Let me see if she'll come down. So Selena,
Yep.
Thank you for the last minute coming down. I'm always down to talk to anybody that wrenches, rides. I have so much in common with them. And then, of course, Nico.
Yes.
Thank you for coming down as well.
No worries.
Yeah. May I ask? Relation?
He's my fiance.
Okay. All right. Now it's on the table. Good. All right. I didn't know. And it's not a big deal. The more the merrier to the party when it comes to a podcast. But congratulations on that. How long have you guys been engaged?
Since November 16th.
Yeah, like middle of November.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's fresh.
Yeah.
That's pretty fresh. How long you guys been together then?
A year.
A little over a year.
Okay. Well, shit. High five on that shit. Congratulations, Nico.
Thank you.
When you find a good one, man, you nail. You lock it in. And
he was like, I'm not letting you go, and I was like, okay.
There you go. Yeah. When you find one, then I did the same. I have a child from a previous relationship, but I never got married, and with my now wife. Like in my head, I'm like, I'm getting married once and I'm one and done. I'll work through whatever crap comes up. Cause I know it's gonna, I know it, it is. I've been married now for don't kill me, wife. We're coming up on our 19 4-year wedding anniversary. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We got married in 2019. Yeah, man, but it goes by quick. Damn, it goes by quick. How'd you guys meet?
We went through friends.
Yeah. A friend of a friend. And then when we really started to get to know each other, I still have the Dyna now, but I was on my Dyna heading home one night and someone hit me, completely destroyed the front end of the bike, and we took it over to my buddy's house to go try to repair it. We had no idea what the hell we were doing.
So they're like, Selena! I'm just like, I'm here, guys.
So your misfortune turned into meeting somebody, lifelong partner then in those terms. Hey, sometimes there's a perfect example of how something bad turns into something good, right?
Yeah.
So you crashed.
Yeah.
Obviously you're standing upright, you're good. How bad was the accident?
Somebody made a left in front of me without stopping at the stop sign.
That's the one. That's in front of it. That's it. That's the ugh.
Yeah, he didn't tell me about it at first. I was a little booty tickled because we were friends beforehand, but like we really started like being friends when that happened. And I was up when it happened. No one told me anything until a couple hours later.
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't you guys call me? I could have came over there and helped. I was already awake. And they're like, we didn't want to worry you. And I was like, what?
I've been down before and I'm like, oh, this is no big deal. Like I'm up, I'm walking around.
Yeah, his first one was really bad.
Man. So no broken bones or anything crazy on it with that one? With
that one, I think I broke a rib or two. I never went to the doctor. I never got checked out.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do like with a broken rib.
That's what I was saying.
You just kind of have to let it heal. There's no cast. There's no surgery. There's no nothing for it. Just
he would laugh and be like, oh, and I'm like, that's what you get.
That's basically the healing that you learn, like, oh, don't want to feel that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for the Dyna to have been crashed, but I mean, like I said, turned into a good thing. So, what they were waiting for you to come over and like you help fix it because that's how Danny goes. I got the perfect person for you, and I'm like, she wrenches, she works on bikes. Yeah, she got this badass chopper, the sporty chopper. I'm like, fucking hey, bring her over. Sounds like my get down. So, what got you kind of into the wrenching or the I guess maybe we'll backtrack a little bit. Motorcycles in general.
Well, I didn't grow up around motorcycles because my mom had like her own little accident, so she didn't really want anything to do with them after that.
Your mom rode as well then?
No, my mom was passenger on one.
I see. Okay.
And like almost, I guess they crashed and it was like a thing. So it was when she was a kid, and after that, she was like, I don't like motorcycles. So
you understand that though, right?
Yeah.
You get it.
I get it. And so my buddy, when I was 18, had got one. He's like, I just got the Sportster. Like, I've been riding it for a little while. Do you want to go for a ride with me? And I was like, yeah, sure. Sounds cool. So hopped on the back, and after that, and I was like, oh my God, like, where has this been?
That was the bug.
Yeah. And then I started getting into Harley, and my first bike, I wanted to be a Sportster, a 48 Sportster. So,
Okay.
and
but I saw you rode street bikes. Like Danny
Yeah.
shared some pictures, and I, not stalking, but you know, I want to know who I'm talking to and stuff. So
No.
I saw your Instagram profile, and I
Mhm.
saw some street bike and some sport bike stuff on there. So
Yeah.
that around when did you kind of kick off with that? Like when
So
did you get into bikes?
when I took my because I took a riding class in Arizona. I lived in Arizona while I went to school out there, and then I did my
Gotcha.
riding class out there, and I learned on a CBR 300. And my boyfriend at the time rode a sport bike. He had a Gixxer 750.
Okay.
So that kind of like sparked the sport bike thing, because I got comfortable on one, and I was like, oh, these are like really cool. Like, I want to go fast.
I started there too. I mean, I think for not most, but a lot of Harley people, at least when I wanted to Harley, it was too expensive, and I just wasn't in a place where I could. So
yeah, it was the same thing.
Yeah,
so I was like, I can't afford a Harley right now,
Yeah.
and everything. So, you know, I rode passenger for a while, and then eventually, like, out of the blue, my ex decides he wants to buy me a motorcycle, and I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Like, didn't discuss it, just literally took me to a dealership and said, here's your bike. And I was like, whoa.
So terrified, glad, happy. What did it make you feel?
Like,
probably everything.
Yeah, everything. I was like, why the fuck did you do that? And also, like, well, thank you for doing that. Like, I appreciate it.
I get it.
So I got
had you spoken of like wanting to ride prior to that, like it just in conversation?
Yeah, I had said I'd wanted my own bike. We had been looking around for a little bit, and then just, you know, I guess he took it into his own hands and got me one, which, you know, is fine.
I just had, sometimes that's what you have to do, not have to do, but I just had somebody on last week, Doc, and his buddy who came with him, he did the same thing for him. He's like, hey, come over, like, check out this bike I got. And he just put him on the Sporty and said, hey, go take this thing for a ride. And sometimes you got to give them a little nudge, you know, to make that plunge, or take that plunge, I guess, to get you on wheels, you know. But it sounds like it was like a blessing in disguise sort of deal.
Yeah, it was. So, I mean, I still have it and everything, because it's in my name. So
what year? What
16.
Is it?
16 CBR 650.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I had it, the 2007 was the newest of street bikes. Because it's been a while since I've ridden them, but GSXR had a 750. Yeah, they were fun little bikes, and I can imagine the technology and how fast they are now compared to 2007 probably is leaps and bounds of what it was.
Yeah, it's super fun. So I rode that for a while because, you know, like I said, I didn't have the money to get a Harley. And
let me ask, on the sport bike, is it a cruiser for you? Did you get the adrenaline, like to go fast, carving canyons? Like, where did you find your happy place on that type of bike?
Going fast.
Fast in a straight line?
Going fast. And then, like, yeah, I mean, sport bikes are built a little bit differently, so you can take them a little bit harder. But just, I guess, like, because I learned how to ride one before, and like the balance point and everything, it was just really comfortable for me.
Okay.
So I didn't mind riding it. I wanted a Harley, but, you know, that bike was fine for what it was.
Yeah. Everyone's financial stuff is always different. I wanted a Harley when at a young age. My dad would always give me shit. That's his bike. Actually, he passed 4 years ago, and he had a Harley, and he'd always give me crap. I get off of that piece of crap Jap bike, you know. He'd always bust my balls over it, like a dad should, you know. And I'd always give him crap. I'd give it back to him. I'll see you at the bottom of the hill, or I'll catch, I'll meet you there.
See,
you know,
everyone would talk crap to me, and then I'd be like,
yeah, yep. And I was young and wanted to go fast, and that's all I thought about, But there was a part of me inside that I would just look at that thing and go, man, that thing is so badass. Like, it's chrome, it's loud, it's cool. You know, like
everybody else that I rode with, rode a Harley. I was the only one on a sport bike, and I remember the first time riding with him. First time, I
gotta hear it.
Yeah, first time riding with him. We came up to a light.
We're actually heading to Ventura.
Yeah,
we're on the 126.
Yeah, and we came up to a light, stopped at the light. I take off, and
I like where this is going.
And then I notice him next to me, trying to keep up with me. So I hear him, and I hear him go through his gears. I was like, oh, he's already in fifth gear. I hit fourth and went home.
Smoked, huh?
Yeah.
Gone. And after that, he never let it go.
No. I did let it go
Once
after I got a faster bike.
Well, that's what it took.
he got a CBR 600, and mine is more of like a sport touring than just like a sport.
I gotcha.
So his, is geared a little bit better for going faster. So yeah, once he got that, and then he beat me, then he let it go.
Yeah.
Then you could successfully say, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my favorite was when I got the Street Glide, had you build it, and then we raced, and I beat you on a bike that you built.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
You got me off
I
the
love
line.
when there's two different versions.
No. You got me off the line, but I passed you.
Eventually.
Eventually.
I was slowing down. I was being nice.
Oh my God. Okay. Whatever.
So she's helped you build your bike then.
Yeah.
Oh, dope, man. I love that. Like it's not always about like you have to, if you do one, you have to do the other. But for me and this lifestyle and this culture and it, for me, it's always kind of one has gone hand in hand a little bit. It's nice to ride the motorcycle and enjoy it and be out there and feel the wind and all that shit. But I don't know, there's something about there's a connection to the motorcycle. Like when you start turning a wrench on it and you start putting there he is, Mr. Late. Mr. Late.
Walking in live on Instagram.
What's up, homeboy? What's up, man?
Hey.
What's going on?
All right, guys, I'm enjoying this right now.
Who's on there, live?
Yeah.
All right, go kick. Oh, you know what? We should have put it on Instagram. I should have done that. Oh, well.
I can set my phone up.
Yeah, we should. That's all right. Who cares?
All right.
We're not that important. Shit, Danny, you made me lose my train of thought, but welcome to the
Sorry,
party,
bro.
man. Welcome to the party.
Exiting.
Exiting.
What's up, guys?
What were we talking
Sorry, guys? I'm bombarding.
What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
Danny just came in and joined
What's
the
Crashing
podcast.
the party.
Crashing the party. No, joining the party. Not crashing the party.
I know.
Take a seat, man. I'll get you lined up here.
Oh,
You should be pretty good there.
that's Sportster.
I know. I was checking it out. I was checking it.
Thank
Yeah, it
you.
looks. I was. Trust me. I was peeping it. You good there? Can you hear?
Yep.
Taller, more taller. Gosh, see, I'm all jacked up tonight, man. And I'm only half a beer in. Gosh. Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna,
didn't even.
I'm gonna need a beer for sure.
Okay,
myself.
louder.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, tell me when. Good. Yeah.
Whoa,
no,
bro.
No,
That's
too
good, that's
sexy.
good, that's
Too
perfect.
sexy. Too sexy. All right. Don't let me get too sexy with it. Shit. What were we talking about, Selena? Before Danny rudely
Rudely.
barged in.
I'm gonna grab one of these bad
Grab
boys.
him, man.
I
That's
need
why I
it.
brought him out here, man.
That traffic was crazy.
Your street bike.
Yes.
Your street bike. Yes. And building them. Yes.
Yeah.
So there is Danny wrenches, Nico, do you? I know you kind of, it sounds like you kind of rely on her a little bit.
I do more now. I mean, I did a little bit, just regular maintenance,
Okay.
like bars, risers, shocks, stuff like that. And then I met her and I'm like, oh, you do it way easier than that. I'm going to leave it to you.
Yeah, all of our buddies are like, when they need something done, Selena, can you come? And I'm like, yes.
That's dope though. That is dope. Like and I'm not taking away anybody that doesn't, but it changes the dynamic a little bit. I think when it changes the relationship with your motorcycle a little bit, when you're the one putting in the work or you're the one changing this or noticing that something's wrong and paying attention to it. I don't know. There's just a different feeling when you're out there on the road and that's your kind of your pride and joy, your little baby,
Yeah.
What you need?
Struggling over here.
with that
Gotta get
beer
better.
on the
You got it?
struggle
Yeah.
Gosh, she's fucking. There, look, there you go,
Damn.
Nico.
Thank you,
Good.
Nico.
Nico is
Practice
now
with a lighter.
Nico's the official beer bottle opener for the rest of the evening for Danny.
I wonder if you just be fidgeting in the background.
Yeah, I was like, "What are you doing over there?" God.
I need this beer right now.
So how did you kind of get into like the mechanical portion of it then? Like what tipped you off going that way?
So as a kid, I've always been mechanically inclined. Like I've always liked fixing things, tinkering with things, stuff like that. And then, as I came into an adult, I tried to join the military. I wasn't able to do that. And then I had started tinkering with cars. So I started messing around with cars. And I was like, oh, I'll go into automotive. And then I thought about it and I was like, I feel like I'm going to get bored of that in a few years. So I was into my whole like motorcycle thing. I was like, I'll just go to school for motorcycles. Fuck it.
It sounds like you knew automotive, mechanical, gear driven sort of industry was the
Yeah.
direction that you want.
Yeah.
What were you going to do? Like, what was the idea with the cars, or what facet? Like fabrication, paint, repair,
Just like repair,
okay.
pretty much repair. And then, you know, I was probably going to branch out from there eventually, but it just didn't stick.
I feel you.
So I went to motorcycles and had never worked on one, never touched one, like totally fucking green. And I just dove right in and, you know,
And
I
that's-
graduated. So I passed. I got my tech rec.
So you went to school for?
I
you
went to school for it, yeah.
I myself am just the guy that just tore his shit apart like an idiot and just was like, how does this work? And, you know, just figured it out.
Yeah.
The schooling, definitely, you know, for the specialty stuff and the, you know, tolerances, there's all kinds, because there's a lot of stuff that goes into, you know, an engine, just the engine. It's just the engine alone. You know,
yeah.
There's tolerances and there's all kinds of stuff that goes into it that you need if you're going to do it as your career.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably go down that road and make sure that you know what it is that you're doing as far as, you know, torque spec, all these things that you're going to get taught and stuff. What school did you go to, by the way?
MMI in Phoenix.
MMI. Yeah, that's the one I think that everyone. MMI. There's another one, isn't there?
There's one in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
well.
But there's a different named school, but MMI is like the only Harley Davidson recognized school.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mhm.
So when you went to MMI, it was specifically for Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope. Yeah. And you went through some of that as well, didn't you?
I did.
Hey,
2 years ago already.
How many?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay.
I went in it to try to make it a career. Like I had been wrenching. Grandpa taught me. You know.
Yeah.
Grown taught. You know.
Yep.
The way we grew up.
It's like when I took Spanish class in high school.
It's like that. Yeah, just like that. No, but I wanted to fine tune and like learn more. Cause there's always more to learn. Like you said, we can know what we learn by messing with shit, but to actually go to the school and know the proper way to do it for a career.
Yeah.
I went to the school, and dude, I tell you what, dude, I learned a lot, man.
I imagine
A lot. I thought I knew a lot, but going there and like actually, you know, studying it and like them going in depth with everything was like, damn, there was a lot I didn't know. You know,
yeah, no, same.
Oh, I'm sure, man. That's one of the things that for me, you never stop learning.
Yeah,
right? Always just keep your mind open and ears open and eyes open to like what's out there and constantly taking knowledge. And when you go to something like that, you go to a school like that, I'd imagine that it's going to be eye-opening. Like, oh crap, I know this much about this subject that is never ending probably and evolving, because there's new engines, there's new it's constantly evolving.
When I went, the Milwaukee 8 was just coming out, so I graduated 2017 I graduated. Yeah, November of 17 I graduated.
So was there any training of that? Did they have that stuff?
They had one Milwaukee engine. That was about it. And we were not allowed to touch it. They're like, there it is in the engine stand. Don't touch it. We're like, okay. And we're just all like, what is this? As we've done like twin cams and everything. So
yeah, that's my era, twin cam. That's what I grew up around. And that's my Evos a little bit. I never really got into them too much because I just never really owned one. Like when I got into the Harleys, it was definitely twin cam era. It was early model Dynas, you know, baggers, Fat Boys. It was kind of that stuff, you know. So twin cam is just where I'm that like stupid dinosaur that's holding on to the like Evos rock. Yeah, I'm that guy now with the twin cam and shit, dude. That's me now.
Twin cams have a good sound, man. You know?
Yeah, but you know, like on the M8, you probably know, and my buddy's been telling me, my buddy Mike, he's in the Bagger Racing League, and they were for my garage, and he runs the M8, of course, and he's like, dude, you know, you put all that money into that twin cam, you can make more power with half the price with these M8s now, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, but I'm still that stupid dinosaur that's holding on. Like, yeah. Well, an Evo sounds really damn good with a Thunderheader also, but it doesn't mean that it's the engine that you want to go out there and run, you know? Yeah. So, but one of these days I'll evolve. I don't have M8 money right now, man. I got a kid through private school and a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. I don't got M8 money at the moment, you know? Yeah. I'm busy with all that stuff. So, your chopper.
Yeah,
I'm fucking digging that thing. That thing is fucking.
The first time I saw it in person.
Oh,
I've been wanting to see it.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I want to see this fucking bike. I want to see this bike.
Dope. Badass. Yeah. What kind of made you go the direction of chopper?
I've always liked choppers. I've always liked the unique look and everything, like the kind of stigma behind it. And I didn't want my bike to look like anybody else's. Like, because I tinkered with like, oh, I'll get a Street Bob, oh, I'll get a Road King, and then like I want a Road King in the end result, but like now everyone's making the Road King the way I wanted to make it, and I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
And then like with the Street Bob, obviously it would go club style because that's just the way
That's
that
the
it
direction
goes.
to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a fucking chopper. Like that's what I'm gonna do. And we got that on a really good deal actually.
The Sportster.
Yeah.
What year is it?
16.
16 also.
16.
Six.
Yep.
So you got a 16.
Yeah, my car's a 16 too. It's like consecutive 16.
Well, 16 must be a good year for automobiles and cars and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. It's I was asking you what it was. It's 6 over, you said?
6 over front
6
end.
over. Yeah, and it looks mean. I love the tank. You got that metal finish on it right now. Is that it's a different sporty tank, right? Is it not?
Yeah, it's a Frisco style.
It's okay. Yeah, because I saw how it's mounted with the tabs and stuff in the front.
Yeah, it's a Frisco style, so it's more round and upright, and it sits a little bit taller.
I dig it.
So
is it smaller? Like our sporty tank's already tiny as
yeah,
it
it's
is.
a 2.3 gallon.
You ain't going nowhere
No.
with that. Yeah.
I'm the one in the group that, guys, I need gas.
Yeah. You need to strap a gas tank or gas
Yeah.
tank to your sissy bar. Yeah, you're not going nowhere with that. What do you get? What does 2.3 gallons get you? 60, 70 miles? Like you probably had to get gas. You're gonna have to get gas.
I'm gonna have to get gas on the way home, definitely.
That's insane. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, the cost of looking good, right? The cost
Yeah.
you pay a cost.
Well, they're not much, but I think they're like the biggest is 2.5, 2.8. They're not very big in general.
Yeah, I guess sporty's not, I guess, overall intended to go extreme distances. I guess you can use it for that.
Yeah, you can. I know people that have gone long distances on a sporty, but it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
And you got to stop for gas every 2 seconds. But
my dad's
They've
first
done
bike
it.
was a Sportster.
No shit, huh?
Yep, it was I remember it was a silver one. I think it was a 96 or something, but I remember him bringing it home, and I remember my mom being pissed off. Fucking about that bike. I remember that, and then I remember like a week later it torn apart getting painted. He was the paint and body guy. So I remember it in the garage, tank off, fender off, 1 week old brand new Sportster bike, and everything's already torn apart on it. He was over there flaming it out and all kinds of shit, man.
It's all part of it, man. You gotta make it yours, bro.
That's where it started.
Yeah.
That's where the roots of that's where this shit started, was seeing that type of shit and going, that's pretty cool. It didn't hit me then where I'm like, Dad, I want to ride on your bike. I just saw it and I'm like, fucking Dad tore apart the whole damn bike in the garage and shit, you know? All right, I'm gonna go ride my bike with my friends, you know? Like but growing up around it, that's where I got hooked.
that's pretty much what my Sportster did. We bought it
Yeah.
and it sat for a week and then I tore it apart.
Did you bought it with that intention, or did you buy it to enjoy it?
No, I bought it with that intention. But
Okay.
Parts list was already there before the bike was.
yeah, I already knew what I wanted to
So-
put on it.
That's a good way to approach it, because a lot of people sometimes just go buy a bike. They're like, I want a road glide. And then they figure out what they want to do with it after they have the possession. That's a great way to approach it, is I know what I want to build. Have your vision, have your idea, for a couple of reasons. One, you buy exactly what you're looking for.
Mhm.
And two, possibly you can stick to a budget of like, this is the goal, this is the idea.
A budget with heart.
Yeah, I know. Oh shit. I'm trying, dude, with that one right there. I'm
I know
trying.
you keep
with-
saying budget, but I'm like,
Yeah.
no, bro.
you know what I'm in it right now? I'm in it $112 and a lot am
Not
in
bad.
that thing right
Not
now.
bad.
No, and
$112.
$100 for a $132. Take that back. $120 for the battery and $12 for a carburetor rebuild kit on the thing.
Nice.
And then just a ton of elbow grease. Look at, just polished those things up a little bit last night. They need a whole lot more work, but wired up the bars last night. Got the bars
Nice,
wired in. I'm
nice.
doing all little crap work there.
Oh my god! Don't even start about wiring and handlebars, bro.
Oh.
I have a bike. That is a fucking nightmare.
What are you wiring?
Oh my god, bro! So this bike came in from, I'm not gonna name Harley dealership for anything, but this bike got bought used. Homeboy brought it to me. Hey, bro, I want to do handlebars. I want to do wheels, exhaust. stretch my fender, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, cool. Let's go. That's fucking my specialty.
That's
Let's
what
go.
we do.
That's our shit.
That's what Danny's
That's
custom
what I
cycle
do.
That's
does.
what we do, bro. Shit. Say no more, bro. Got you.
Say less.
But you forgot one thing: white walls. So, anyways, he brought that bike over, bro. And he's like, "I'm having some electrical issues." I'm like, "All right, well, let's figure it out." So somebody spliced into the wire harness right at the computer, right in the connection, right?
Oh.
I was like, "What the fuck?" And I saw a bunch of Mexican solder on it, electrical
Oh
tape.
no.
And it always takes
Mexican solder? Is that what you called it?
Oh, no. Whenever you see electrical tape on wiring, you just know it's gonna be bad.
I go to,
It's like opening a gift.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm
Like, what's inside?
And that's why I said, right away, I was like, electrical problem? Mexican solder right at the fucking computer.
Oh,
All right, let's open this bad boy up, bro.
God.
Opened it up. It was like barely hanging on wires. It was like
Oh.
burnt up. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we repaired that. Still didn't fix the whole thing. So finally, just yesterday, I told you I was going to go work on the bike.
Mhm.
Got it going. Blinkers are working. Lights are working. Everything's working the way it's supposed to. Cool. This fucking jam. Got it all back together. Took it for a test ride. I'm like, yeah, this thing's fucking all right. We're good. We're gonna get it back to him. Make a right turn. Blows a fuse.
Oh, jeez, man.
I was like, all right. So now we got to short somewhere else.
Yep.
So I just took it all apart this morning right before I went to work, and
Started over.
tomorrow I'll get back at it.
Gosh, man. I hate
Electrical, bro. But then
dude.
again, those bars too. So I could have fixed all the problems that the bike already had, but those bars are those like they have that 90-degree turn,
Oh no.
which is the
Do they
fucking
go up and then down?
and
Yeah.
Those are the
known
worst.
and it's known to fucking shred wires.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're
You know what
not
I'm saying?
careful, it will shred the shit out of them.
So
Yep.
so I'm hoping I can find wire exposures like right then and there, but I have a feeling that I'm just gonna for
Pull
my
the whole thing out.
for my sake, just fucking pull it out. I mean, why not? Just
How
make
many
sure the
wires
bike's
are
right.
in those?
Fuck.
Is
Well,
it older?
It's a 08 on the right side.
Oh.
I'm thinking it's the right control.
Oh,
So it's
Yeah.
on the right
Throttle
control.
by wire.
Six,
Wait, what
I think
is it?
6 wires on the right side, 8 on
Mhm.
the left.
oh, what
It's a 08
model
it's
is
a
it?
08 Deluxe.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have because my 08 Road Glide has like 14 wires.
Oh yeah,
on
you have more
Yeah.
because of
fucking
touring.
side.
No, you have a lot more.
Dude, fuck that! I was so pissed. I cursed.
How am I going to get this trying to wire?
Dude, I cursed. I broke pins. I fucked shit up, dude. Like
Yeah.
I was screaming, yelling.
She knows all
Oh,
about it.
yeah.
Oh, dude. And last night I did these right here, 6 wires.
You're like,
Yep,
cake.
6 little wires.
That
that
cake
fucking thing
work.
pulled through like butter, man. I was like, oh, that was
Dude,
nice.
but-
That was too easy.
But right now, those bars are in with the fucking 90-degree fucking, you know? It's like sharp. So people don't realize.
They're
right?
like the big meat hook style ones.
Yeah, these ones are
But
not so meat hooky.
There's
but these
certain
ones are like,
ones.
you know, like they're like
Oh, just like that
very
sharp
fucking
bend.
90. Yeah, I'm like, man, there's no smoothness or anything. People don't realize that inside fucking angle is gonna shred those wires, bro.
Yeah, and usually, because you got to think about it, when they're welding it, there could be splatter
Oh,
fucking
man.
inside of
Yeah.
that
Think
shit.
about that.
So it's not a smooth.
Rust and whatever the fuck.
It's
else
not a
is in there.
inside of the bars is whatever is inside. They get treated, I'm sure. Maybe they get dipped into something, but the outside they get nice and smooth and
Yeah,
chromed and all that
inside is
shit.
just
But
a
the inside,
whatever.
shit, it might have a splatter of a weld or something like nice fat,
Yeah,
sharp
so we'll
edge
see.
along that thing, dude.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the dude, but we're gonna take it apart again. And
That's the worst.
I can't
dude.
get it back to him. I did give it back to him for a little bit because he had to use it for a funeral. So I had no hand lamp and shit. I was like, bro, just ride during the day. Everything runs. Ride the motherfucker. Like everything's together. Bring it back. I can't let you just fucking mob around like that.
Right,
Like,
right.
who did your work, dog? Like, don't fucking say my name. Don't
Not
fucking say my name. I'll deny it, bro. There's another one just like it down the street. Oh, it's his bike.
Yeah.
That was in the bike. I worked on the other one.
Oh, electrical's the worst, man.
It is.
Electric.
It's- Chasing is fuck.
My buddy's
Oh.
having. I'm trying to help him chase some shit on his, and it's the same thing with brake lights. His is a 01, and it's like you press the brake light doesn't come on, and then you put it in, and then the fuse fucking pops every time you put it in. I'm like, dude, something is grounded out. Something is fucked
Yeah.
up in this,
Right off the
and
bat.
it does it. I'm like, it's fucked up. And then what didn't help? I'm sorry, he's gonna listen to this. I know he is.
Oh
well,
shit!
yeah,
Well, if you're listening, bro,
he
your
may-
bike's
he-
fucking
yeah, he
awesome.
he might even be watching, but he'll definitely listen to the podcast later. But he put like aftermarket lights, which is fine, but he did like all the splicing into that. I'm like, dude, I really wish you would have just put the stock shit on just to check to make sure everything works with the stock connections and the all that shit before you start cutting and split. Now
Yeah.
you just get, instead of one problem, you just gave yourself 14 because you spliced into this and spliced into that.
yeah.
And
Because
then
now you
Spider
don't know
web.
where it's going. You're
and now
Spiderweb.
it turned into, it snowballed. Real electrical can do that too.
Oh
boy.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah,
Bro.
it's not my favorite.
I'm not gonna name anybody. Obviously, we're not gonna name. I'm not gonna name any names.
Well, I'll
but-
name it. His name is Ricardo.
So
follow him on Instagram, eBay Glide. He won't mind that I just shouted him out there.
So I had a buddy bring his dyno over, and he was trying to do delete, right? So fucking switch delete, whatever the fuck. I was like, all right, so you deleted the switches, but why the fuck are all the wires still hanging out the bottom of the tank, bro?
Oh, God.
He's all, I'm having a charging issue and this type of issue. I'm like,
I wonder why.
yeah, there's a lot of open wires here, bro. Gosh damn.
If you need work done and you don't know how to do it, sometimes it's all right to throw in the flag and call somebody.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Oh yeah.
I need some help.
And honestly-
Nico is an example of that with the, hey, Selena, can you come over and help us fix this crash bike? Yeah, that's an example.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need help. You don't have the tools, you don't have the know-how, but
Actually, honestly, I give mad respect to all the people that are willing to jump in and to get in there.
Mhm.
But please, like, just stop. If you don't know how to do it, stop. Don't fuck it up more.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
because you can do that.
Ask for
And
the help.
you can do that.
Yeah.
And I say that by experience because I fucking dug myself into a hole with doing dumb shit, either not paying attention, not knowing what I'm doing, or, I learn and I definitely make sure that I try not to repeat the same mistake
Yep.
again. But it's a learning curve, and the only way to unfortunately learn sometimes is to make
Dive in.
mistakes. And that's where, I don't know about you guys, but that's where I learn the best, is when I do make a mistake and I can go, oh,
Yep.
that was the
Yeah,
way
I
to
do it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
like, that was dumb.
Damn.
All right, I'm never doing that
Why
again.
did- yeah. Not only that, I love
Oh,
guiding.
God.
I love guiding people. I love guiding people. Like if they say, "Hey, dude, I want to do my handlebars, but I want to do it myself. Do you mind guiding me?"
Yeah.
If I take my bike to your house, fucking hey, dude, hell yeah. For example, look at Erica. Our friend Erica, dude, she
Yeah.
just did
Yeah.
she did all her own work. Her wheels, her exhaust pipes, her handlebars. I was like, good for you, bro.
Good.
Like, good for you.
for hanging out with you, probably
She jumped
watching,
in,
looking
yeah.
at
She jumped
shit.
in.
Yeah.
The handlebars she did all on her own. Because I was like, I don't have time, which I don't. And she's like, well, fuck you then. I'm gonna do it myself. I'm like, go for it.
Go for it. Hey, no. I'm not making it any less, but the M8s are a lot easier to wire
Well,
up than
they have-
any of the old, because
I
I
have
don't.
a nice little tiny ass little clips.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because you don't have to de-pin them, right? The new stuff. I haven't worked. I have never worked on an M8 because I don't own one. I've helped my buddies do little shit here and there. But from what I understand, the M8s, the little clips that are in it,
enough.
they are small enough to go through the bars now with shit. You can just pull them through. Or do you still have to de-pin them?
Depends.
I still depin them.
You still
The
do?
only one I don't depin is the throttle by wire. That's the only thing I don't
That's real
depin.
tiny.
Yeah, that's small. I'm able to actually fit that through the bar, but other than that, like I just depin them.
And-
But some handlebars I don't have to. It just depends on the bar itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the new canvas and all that, the wiring, there's a lot less that have to be in there now than there
Yeah.
used to be. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, like we were saying with my old stuff, they fucking wire for everything. and
Yeah.
everything, man.
And then when you have to extend it, it's even fucking worse.
Yeah,
It's so bad.
yeah, that's like adds a whole nother hours probably
Yeah.
sitting there soldering, shrink wrapping, like everyone.
And then
does it-
making sure like it's like, because the way I do it, I kind of like stack the solders so they don't create a clump.
Yep.
Mhm.
And it's just all uniform
Yep.
and flat together.
Yep.
Nice.
You have to stack
See?
that's okay.
That's experience right there.
Yeah, bingo. That's what that is. That
Yep.
goes back
So it's
to
not a big old clump right in the fucking middle.
Yeah, because I've come across them where they're just big ass clumps, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is not gonna fit.
Yeah, the very first bar job I did, I think I did that. I'm like, I cut it and I went, well, that's not fucking right. And I cut it and I started putting my solders and my connections and all that shit. And then once I'm like, well, that's not gonna fucking work. So then I had to go back and do it. But that's
Mhm.
learning. That's fucking making the mistake. And that's what you said. It's
Yep.
experience,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And then
been
the
there,
next
done that.
time you have a
Oh, yeah.
technique
Mhm.
where it's like, oh, I don't add any thickness, I don't add any material to this. I just stagger cut these a little bit, and that's all
Oh.
it takes. And off to the races.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that shit. Like, because that's I guess when I was referencing earlier, when I said that's the connection when you work on your bike or you do stuff like that, is you did that when you're going down the street or something, or when something breaks down, you did the work kind of, and you may, you know, you have at least a chance maybe to fix it.
Yeah,
know?
like what did I do that could possibly fuck this up?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I think. Yeah, when something goes wrong, I go, what did I fuck up? Like that's my first thought. But you know, how can I, unless there's a fucking push rod sticking up out the side, and hopefully I can fix this, you know. Yeah, we don't need any of that. I've had enough blown engines in. Look, speaking of,
I was looking at those right now.
I know we were talking about like because we're doing like a booth for like Chopper Fest, and so we were talking about like display stuff, you know. And I was like, yeah, I got plenty of blown up, fucked up parts sitting on the shelf. So I got piston, cam plates, all kinds of stuff. So, but are you guys going to Chopper Fest, by the way?
Yeah.
Nice. Putting the bike in?
I don't know.
Oh,
yes,
come
you
on,
are,
dude.
Yeah.
You gotta think about this. So just a shout out to Tori with Chopper Fest.
Yep.
You have to put the bike in. It's what, $40?
Yeah.
$40 for if you pre-register and you get your Chopper t-shirt and all that good stuff, your entry.
And a poster.
And and a poster. Ooh. And you put your bike and you put your bike in there. I mean, I appreciate your bike. Your bike looks fucking amazing.
Okay. Let me sell you more. Hold on. I ain't done. You ain't let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, Tori, I'm about to get you another little entry over here. Hey, it's gonna cost, I think it's $15 already as it is just to walk through the door.
Yeah.
So for another $25, you get a poster, you get a t-shirt, and you get to park your bike.
Bam, inside.
Right inside.
Well, not only that, you get to see Throttled Roots.
Yeah, and then you got to kick it at the booth.
We're gonna be live too.
We're gonna do a podcast over there.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a live podcast from over there. So come sit down and bullshit with us a little bit. Yeah.
Let us know how the event's going, how you're through your eyes, what you're experiencing. You know, the reaction that people are giving you about your bike, because your bike's gonna be in the show now that we've sold her on it. And
on the show, have you been to Chopper? You've been?
Yeah, to Chopper Fest.
It's a good show. Do you go early for the swap meet or anything, or you just kind of come as fun, enjoy spectator?
I think the last time I went, I didn't go super early, but I think I went like maybe like late morning, afternoonish. So I walked around, I looked at everything, looked at all the booths and stuff like that. It was really cool.
There's a lot of art.
Definitely a lot of art.
Yeah, that's one of the things that it's like heavy on because of the culture and everything with it. David Mann. Yeah, there's a lot of different artists that are there. They have a helmet art display. These just some big names that come out there and put their stuff together. It's a really cool show to walk around. I'm not bummed I'm going to be podcasting from there. That's why I'm trying to like set a little bit of a schedule.
Yeah.
So that I can like get up from the table and go and enjoy the show a little bit and go walk around. My live experiences from podcasting, I'm just like not stuck. That's the wrong word to use, but I'm just like, I'm at the table when people just are kind of coming and stuff. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the show, especially because it's right here in our backyard. It's like the show at least for us here in Ventura, you know, it's been going like 17, 18 years, something like that. So any other plans for the sporty? I know you got it all raked out right now. What's next on the chopping block?
I definitely have a lot more stuff that I want to do. Right now I bought a 33 Ford replica tail light, like side license plate thing that I want to put on. I just need to find the time to do that because I got to take my fender off and like take the rivets out of the old license plate bracket. But there's that. Eventually I want to delete my controls, but
don't do it like that last guy.
No. That's my issue because I have CAN bus. Like I have to be careful on how I do it or my shit's not gonna work. So I want to delete the controls. I'm gonna change my mirrors. I was thinking about doing a different headlight, but I might keep that for right now. It's a day maker. Yeah, it's fine. Paint eventually. Right now I'm just running the rocks. I think it looks really nice.
Badass, dude.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, so would you doing the fender and taking the man, grab as many. There's more. I'll go grab some more. Are you do you have paint idea in mind? Because I really like the raw. I like that look. If you can capture it like in a little rust and and you can just capture it in that way, I like it. And I know that's what you have on there now, but I don't know paint.
Paint. So I thought about doing like a red and black kind of theme.
Can't go wrong.
But he actually bought some emblems for me.
Yeah, the JC Loretto. Instead of like the normal wing, it's a bat wing.
Yeah, and it's in like a bright like venom green with a bat wing. So I was thinking about it today. I was like, ooh, what if I put that in black with like a green pearl or flake? Like that would be really cool. And then just get like the fender painted that way as well, because I don't have a front fender, so it's literally tank rear fender. That's it.
That's it.
And I think it would still look good with the chrome that I have on there.
Yeah.
So because right now I've got a good balance of chrome, black, and raw.
Okay.
So
I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. The spoke wheels and everything. It's a good looking bike. You ain't going very far though. You're gonna have to, 2.3 stinking gallons.
No, not going very far on that.
Hopper.
Well, you see all the choppers. You got the fuel tank strapped to the sissy bar, like you said. If you're
Yeah, that's not. Once I get a sissy bar on that thing, then I'll be fine.
Are you gonna put a big tall one on there? What's your look for the sissy bar?
I would like to put a big tall one, but everything that I'm finding for my year is like just like the short
custom
stuff.
made.
Yeah, I got to get something custom made.
Yeah.
So I found one on TC Bros. Most of my bike is TC Bros. Actually. My mid controls are TC Bros. My tank, my forks as well. My 6-overs are TC Bros.
Nice.
And then I have drag bars. I relocated the Speedo to the middle.
Yeah, was that Joker Machine or was that a different one?
I think it was either Joker Machine or drag. One of the two. I think it was drag.
Yeah.
For the Speedo?
Yeah, for the Speedo mount.
Okay.
And then I did my own front brake line.
It's a long ass brake line.
Yeah, I did that. I bought.
No, just a little bit more.
I bought one of those build your own brake line kits, and I was like, okay. So I went like from the master cylinder all the way down to the fucking caliper, and I was like, okay, I need that much. Snip, snip, and then put everything on.
Nice.
But it actually came out fucking perfect, so I was happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
Or you have the tool to be able to crimp the fittings on and everything. Or...
It was like a kind of like a tighten down fitting.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just go run a piece of string, and luckily we have Barnett here in our
homeboys,
backyard.
Barnett's
And homeboys. Yeah, Danny's good friend
Evan,
with them.
Mike and them. Yeah,
yeah. But I just run a string. I need this long. They put it on the table. They're like, okay, it's this long. They're like, all right. Well, yeah, Barnett's a good company to go.
Yeah, I just went with okay, what's a decent size cable? Because if I don't use it all, like I wanted one where I don't have to like measure it and everything. I just wanted one where it was a certain length, and if I can cut it. And that's what I went with. I found one where I can get a certain length and I can cut whatever off I don't need, and that's what I did.
Rock with it,
yeah.
Are you gonna ever go like the extreme and like only rear brake it, like ditch the front brake, like chopper? Like,
my rear brake's a little sketchy already, so I might keep the front.
Sportster brakes are kind of fucking sketch, man.
Why? What is?
I don't know.
Sometimes they just randomly go out, like they don't grab. Like they have an issue.
Yeah, because I jump on Angel's little freaking Sportster. I'm like, dude, this is so fucking weird. Like, oh no,
like there's no rear brake.
How do you put your foot in that position, dog? I'm not used to forwards and stuff, so I got a big old brake pedal.
Yeah,
it's an actual pedal.
Yeah, you got the big old hangers. Yeah, you're like all laid out and everything. Yeah. I rode a Sportster X, and I rode her Sportster back home from Simi Valley back to Ventura. And I probably can dig the picture up somewhere. I should try and find it. She took a picture of me at the light when we were just leaving Simi Valley, Harley going into Moorpark. And I remember her showing me the picture. I'm like, I look like a freaking bear on that thing. I was like gigantic on that thing. But
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I think I took my test on that. I think I took my my license, my driver's license, or my my motorcycle.
I was heading out to talk about license. I was heading out to Zion. Right, and then I borrowed a bike back then. I didn't have my own, and they're like, "You need to have your license. We're going to Utah." I'm like, "Fuck all that. Let's go." I've been riding for 10 years on a fucking license. Let's go. They're like, "No, dude, you need your license." I was like, "Fuck." So I went that morning, the morning right before we took off. I rolled up to my friend's house. They're all waiting for us. I was like, "All right, let me borrow your Dyna." So I jumped on the Dyna, went to do the DMV, and luckily we know one of the girls there. She's like, "You're not on schedule, but I'll let you take your test." I'm like, I need the license.
Okay.
They're not leaving until I get my license. Like, all right, let's go.
Well, at least you knocked it out the park real quick.
Yeah.
I've told the story before. My dad, rest in peace, old man. I fucked up and told him the day I had the test and the time it was. And there he was. I fucking go and taking my test. And I think it's like the second little cone you come around, the little zigzag or whatever, just barely took off. And I don't know. I put my foot down. I'm like, fuck. And all I heard was, off to the side. And my fucking dad sitting in the car in the parking lot watching me, and I didn't know he was there, but when I heard the honk,
You knew it.
I knew it was my fucking dad. I'm like, son of a bitch, man. But turned back around, the lady was cool. She was like, go ahead, she's like, do it again. Try. And then after that, I went and nailed it, man. But yeah, I'll never forget. I'll never forget the honk. All I remember was a honk. I'm like, oh, that's my fucking dad. Yeah, my bad. I shouldn't have told him that.
That's awesome. That's his dad's bike there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do any any other runs or anything? Like, do you try and hit any of the like Born Free, or are you trying to hit any, go to any of these shows and stuff?
We went to Born Free not this past year, but the year before.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're planning on Sturgis this year, and I think the Laughlin River Run.
Okay.
It's coming up.
Laughlin?
Because I'm a long haul driver, or I used to be long haul, and one of my buddies, it's like, hey, like we're doing this out in, I think it's April or May.
April. Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, come with me. Like, well,
what's in April?
So Laughlin's at the end of April. So
Yeah.
April.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, like if you want to come on out. I was like, all right.
Laughlin's a good time.
Nice.
Have you
Yeah.
been?
I've been for work, and then I think I was there. When I had a jet skis, I launched out in like
Into the river. Hell yeah.
was it Needles, and then rode through Laughlin.
Oh yeah, up
Nice.
along the river.
Yeah,
that's
but I've
right.
never actually been in Laughlin. Stayed there.
I like Laughlin.
Yeah, it's fun, dude. Honestly, it's not what it used to be. The run itself, because it's so regulated.
It's
they
not,
fucking
yeah.
just hide it down
I've
so
heard of
much.
it, but I've never been.
It's fun. Don't get me wrong, because your party's the party that you make it. Right?
Exactly.
It could be us four fucking out there. I'm like, dude, are we partying? Are we chilling? What are we doing? We can fucking party the fuck off and have a good time.
Yep.
Right? With a bunch of like-minded people, a bunch of bikes, and we're good. What we do is usually we go down there, we stay at Bullhead, get an Airbnb, park all the bikes in the garage where they're nice and safe, and then when it's daytime, pull them out, take a little putt, and then do what we got to do, man.
Yeah, Laughlin, it's not what it used to be. That's for sure.
My grandparents, I've seen some pictures. My grandparents have photos and albums. I'm like, I didn't see that.
I got 1 year of that, dude. I got 1 year of that. My old man took me just before the shooting and all that shit happened over there. Because after the shooting that happened over there, that's when it was like locked down and it was complete. And then now it's just commercialized and all this stuff. Yeah. But I got 1 year of that, and it was fucking wild, boy. It was fucking wild. I was like, this is fucking cool. This is where I want to be. Yeah, there was people climbing fucking poles and boobies like being shown, and like it was biker rally, and it was
a bike rally, man.
And it was like cops were around, but they could recognize that people weren't.
It's just all fun.
People weren't being. I mean, yeah, there was dumbasses that were doing some fights. It was a little rough, but it was fuck. It was. I got 1 year of that, dude, and then after that, it was it changed. It changed a lot after that. But Laughlin's a good time. You make, like Danny said, you kind of make what it is. If you're gonna go out there, I would highly recommend going out to Oatman. If you've Oatman is like a Saturday morning. I don't know what days you're going, but like you can do it Friday, but Saturday morning, Oatman is a good place to be. There's a lot of things that go on up there. They got wild donkeys that are literally just walking the streets and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got like they'll do like a shootout. It's like a ghost town, gold mining kind of town. It's all way up in the hills. Okay. Do not haul ass going up the hill though, because there's so many cops. They'll fucking yeah. But it's a cool little. It's definitely like one of the spots that you usually want to go out to, Laughlin River.
This year we're gonna try to make it out, or we are making it out to AZ Bike Week,
Arizona Bike Week.
So that's gonna be March. You guys are more than welcome to roll with us, man.
Oh, don't tempt me.
Yeah, come on out. It's gonna be a good time. It's
not with that 2.3 gallon fucking tank, dude.
We're gonna have a chase truck with just a bunch of gas.
Exactly.
Load her up, bro. Fuel her up on the go like they do with the jets and shit.
Arizona is a good time. Have you been?
I've been to Arizona Bike Week. Yeah. Okay. I was living there when it happened.
Okay.
So.
And how did you like it?
I liked it. I thought it was cool. Yeah.
How long did you live out there then? How were you on school?
I lived out there 2 years. I think a little over 2 years.
Oh yeah. So you got to Arizona's Bike Week's a nice one. What I like about it is it's not just kind of in one spot. There's different like areas to go and ride.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different shit happening in a lot of different parts of town for you to go and ride around to. And it's just nice weather in Arizona during that time. Yeah. If there's a time to go, it's during that time.
Definitely.
Yeah. Summertime, stay the fuck away.
Oh it's fucking like riding in a goddamn blow dryer. It's awful. It's so bad.
It's what's the highest temperature you've ridden it?
I think we went out and we rode. It was like 110, 115 that day.
Yeah,
It was fucking hot. It hurt.
But
it just hurt.
you described it exactly what it is. It's take a blow dryer, put it on your face, and see how long you can deal with
Pretty
kind of
much.
that amount of heat.
Yeah.
So our boy Joey on his Dyna,
Mhm.
his fuel sucks, right? I don't know, he wastes so much gas. He's like, if she could get 70 miles to the tank, I'm riding. Fucking Joey.
Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Bring it on. Well, what's next for you guys then? Are you gonna get anything else done to the M8? Are you guys building anything else on the M8?
Well, we're just kind of playing it by ear. I want to do some new lowers, and then I actually bought Erica's old wheels off of her Street Glide.
Oh, that's right.
I still haven't put them on. I'm sorry.
Damn, I was gonna say, what the hell?
Oh,
He
Erica,
wants-
Erica.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm being patient.
No,
She's
it's
making
okay.
me because I want it done right. And I
Smart.
don't want to do it
Do it
twice.
smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
what are you
So-
waiting on?
I want to do Olin's drop-ins in the front, and then I think chrome
Chrome
lowers.
lowers.
So basically, Selena doesn't want to take it apart twice.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah, I don't. Because he's like, I want to put the wheels on. And I was like, I don't want to take that apart twice. We're doing it all at once.
Yeah, I remember that night we went over to Danny's. We picked him up. We're coming back. She looks at me dead in the eye. I'm not doing this twice. I was like, okay.
All right.
So where are we at with the drop-ins then? We're waiting on those?
Yeah, just waiting on those. Just saving up a little money, getting
I
ready
feel
to
you,
do
man.
it all at once because I hate like buying one, buying the other. I just want to get all at
I
once,
know.
get it done.
It's expensive though, man.
I know.
It's stupid expensive.
I know.
And we're in a recession too, and
we're still spending fucking
and
money.
I'm tripping out. I mean, shit, I'm all right going. Hey, I've been eating rice and beans this whole fucking week. Like, I don't give a shit. That's what I've been on. You know, it's good. It's good for me. It's not good for me, but yeah, like times are tough, man. That shit's
Times
rough
are
now.
tough,
But
yeah.
people are still. I still see people drop, or at least they're pretending like they're dropping money and shit. I don't know. Like parts ain't cheap right now.
No, parts
No.
are definitely not fucking
fucking
cheap.
crazy
Yeah.
right now.
That's
What
what it's
is-
like.
What does it cost?
For
A
I think-
set of
I think it's like 11 or 1200.
For the Olin's drop-ins?
I think so. It's been a minute since I looked. 'Cause I looked at them. I go,
I think
oh,
it's
yeah,
gone a little
not
bit more
right
than
now.
that.
Yeah, we'll hold off.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I haven't had the courage to look again.
I guess that's why I was going to say. Sadly, it's probably gone up. Not
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have
down
it. You
at
have it
all.
in your mind, like, all right, you just know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
tough, man.
expensive, man. Yeah, nothing on a Harley is cheap.
Yeah, because
No.
that, and then that's not my only project. I got a couple trucks, and I'm like, oh,
It's a bad dude. This guy has some bad shit, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's some bad shit.
He's the car guy.
He's
Yeah.
Ah,
He's
what do
He's
you
the car
have?
guy.
Well, I used to have a 2015 Z71 Silverado that
Oh.
I, dropped, bigger wheels, tuned, and then I
Yeah,
actually
sure.
just sold that one. I'm sorry,
Oh
Danny.
shit! What the fuck?
He did.
The-
I was
was
like,
at-
if you ever sell that, bro, let me know.
Well, all right,
You
all
gonna
right.
tell me on live that
He
you
just-
sold it already?
he just
Yeah.
told you.
I'm just kidding, I'm just
All
kidding.
right, now I got
We can just step outside for a minute.
no, but
That was
actually,
good.
I was gonna take my Silverado out to Idaho like maybe 2 months ago. Was it? It was before we went to Hawaii. So it
Yeah.
was like middle of November because my buddy went to go pick up his Road Glide out there.
Nice.
So all right, cool. I'll take the lower truck and I would drop it off at the shop. It's just like I don't want to deal with it. I don't have the time to work on it myself. And we're in the apartment complex, and they like, you can't work on it out here.
Yeah.
So all right, I'll take you to the shop. I took it there, and it was like, well, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. I was like, all right, cool. I ended up taking my other truck, my like a 97 7.3 F350. Drove that out there and back, picked the truck up from the shop, and for some reason, every time I turned, it would clunk. I was like, all right,
Oh,
they messed something up. I'll take it back there. Did that. They fixed it. Not even 2 days later, my transmission just said, hey, you know what? Third time's the charm.
Yeah. when
I
he-
think I'm just gonna leave. So I called her. I'm like, honey, I got to get rid of the truck. And she's like, all right, what are you going to get?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
like,
what's next?
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, what are you gonna get? And he was, between a 4Runner and
Durango.
yeah, the Durango. And he ended up going with the 4Runner, so now
Good
we have
choice.
that. And he's
Yeah.
already lifted it and tires and everything.
You had a Jeep for a minute, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
had
got
a,
Jeep.
what year was that?
90
It's, hey, we have the license plate right above our
No,
keys.
92.
92.
92.
Yeah, a little YJ.
Yeah.
I had that one because I had a 95 before, and I drove that around. And I was like, I don't need it right now. Sold it, missed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
then-
didn't get to enjoy that one very much.
Yeah, I think we came out to Ventura once, popped the top off, popped the doors off, cruised around like a couple badasses. And then I found the truck I have now, which is actually been the truck I've wanted. Like one of my uncles had this truck when I was a kid growing up.
Nice.
And I've always wanted one. It was a 1997 F350 7.3 4x4.
Yeah.
I've always had this dream. And I was actually doing a job out in like Temecula. And this guy from Arizona came in, listed this truck like not even 10 minutes ago.
Boom.
Saw it online, called her. I'm like, I need to get this.
Yeah, he like sends me
And
pictures.
she's like, no, you don't. And then I sent her a couple pictures. She's like,
okay,
go get it.
yeah,
I'm like,
immediately as soon as I see.
You gotta refer back though. You're like, wait, when I told you I was selling the Silverado, you said, what's next?
Well, no, he sent me the pictures and I looked through and I was like, if you don't go get this truck, I'll be upset.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
you're not gonna find a truck that clean.
Yeah.
Like,
Because at that point I was running tandem with one of my buddies, and I'm like, hey, it's like 10 minutes out of the way.
Boom.
Drop me off. I'll come meet you when I get the truck, help you finish the load. If not, you know where I'll be sitting waiting for you to pick my ass up. I was like, all right.
Oh,
Nice.
you're an off-road guy. Sounds like that.
I
Jeeps
used to
and
be.
Toyotas. And,
Yeah, I used to be a lot more, and now it's like I really don't want to pay to fix it if it breaks, but if I have the chance to use it, why not?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you're gonna have them, got to use them a little bit. You
Yeah,
know?
no,
he
yeah.
does. He uses
Yeah.
them.
And you still have the Dyna?
I still have the Dyna.
Tell us about the Dyna. I want to hear about
Well, it's actually called the China now.
that. The Dyna? Oh,
a-
man.
It's called the
It's
China.
The China.
It's going that way, bro. Harley's been going that way for a while.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Don't you put a fucking standard on it, and you're like, wait, that's metric. Fuck, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Fucking Harley.
Gosh.
No, but yeah, it's a 05 FXDLI. So it was like, I think it's the second year of fuel injection for those because it was 04, 05.
04,
Stupid
yeah.
years. You can only buy 04, 05. Then 06 plus is all the same.
Yep.
So finding anything is a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah, finding seats for those is always a
Yeah.
pain
Oh,
in the
yeah. No, I
ass.
ended up
Yep.
finding a 06 plus seat and then throwing a drill bit through and making a custom seat. We call it the road sofa.
Yep,
Found
it
at
is
a
called
swap
the
meet.
road sofa.
Damn.
It's comfortable though.
Oh, yeah.
04, 05 Dyna, early model Dynas are just that funky, weird little years.
Well, we
Yeah,
call
well,
it the
it's
China because
yeah.
he's got 4 overs on it.
That are more
No.
like 6 overs because they're so stretched out now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I fixed them because they weren't done correctly the first time, and it raised it up. So,
Damn.
but he's got 4 overs on there, and then white walls. And he has no controls whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. No, like
yeah,
instead of deleting controls, I just never put them back on when I went down.
yeah.
Because-
They just
Okay,
non-existent.
was it the Mexican welding you were talking about earlier?
the electrical tape.
I
Yes.
wasn't ready to fess up to it then, but that was me. That was definitely me in my buddy's garage. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first bike I've actually worked on. And it was my first, it was my second Harley. I had a 883, but we don't talk about that one.
That one.
And we're like, all right, cool, let's do it. We're all drinking in the garage. It's getting late. We're all getting pissed off. I'm like, electrical tape. Let's just get it done.
I like how he's telling me this now.
See, now we have witnesses.
Yeah.
You can't bet me. No, but we did.
Now
all-
I know why your shit doesn't work.
I'm sorry.
Now I know why you asked her to marry. Right?
Yeah.
There's one reason. Fix my electrical tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Help.
But when I went down last year, it ripped all of my lovely electrical tape out. And I was like, well, everything still works. And who needs a left blinker, right?
Right?
No.
Who needs a high beam? Who needs a horn?
I got a left hand.
Yeah.
Stick that sucker out.
Dude,
I
my grandpa's
point
bike,
where I want to go.
no blinkers, no nothing.
Yeah. How about you tell
Nothing.
him what else doesn't work?
We don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Hey, it turns on, the headlight works, and the brakes
Run.
work.
It's
Yeah,
just-
That's pretty much all that works.
If it runs and stops, it works.
My favorite part is it's been at 18,649 miles for the past 13, 14 months.
Yeah. A little over a year.
That's all right.
She don't age.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, you've got other ones. You've got this one here. You got
Yeah.
the street bike. You've got
Well, I actually just sold the street bike 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
oh,
Yeah.
out
Mine's
of the
also
street
up for
bike.
sale if anybody wants it.
Just you ready to get out of that game?
Yeah. Well, no, not get out of it. you know, I told you earlier, it's kind of tied to, you know, someone else, and don't exactly want that constant reminder consistently.
I got you. No, I get you.
Yeah.
So you still want to buy another? You still would like to have a street bike?
Oh yeah,
in
definitely. I still like them. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not. I love Harley, but I also love sport bikes too.
Good, yeah.
I love both. So
Well,
A passion for two wheels.
yeah.
What's sad to me, I know it's annoying that we spend so much money on a Harley just as it is, and then you have to spend so much on it just to make it be worth the thing. And you go buy a street bike, and it's like, oh, this thing will run out of the gate with for under $10,000, and I will beat anything. I will go faster than anything. You know,
and you don't have to do much.
No.
You can do headers, exhaust. You know, if you want to do like custom lever stuff like that, you can do that. But you don't really need to change much.
They have inverted front ends. They've got
Mhm.
you know, radial style brakes. They've got monoshocks. They've a street bike. If you want to go fast and have fun, a street bike is the way to go. You know,
definitely.
but there's never going to be a replica of that sound and that vibration.
Yeah.
And that feel. That's what Harley is. You know, that's the sell that they're selling the brand. They're selling the lifestyle, and I bit it.
I think we all did.
No disrespect to that type of bike, but like for me, I always like, what's the difference? Like new people, right? New riders, or whatever. Like, what's the difference between a street bike like that or a Harley? I'm like, well, if you think about a Nova or a Chevelle compared to a Honda Civic or an Acura Integra.
Yeah.
No,
and that's just the way I see it in my mind. That's the picture I have. Is like, I'll roast a Chevelle all day long, bro. Like all day.
Yeah.
I'll fucking no matter how much money we got to put in it.
Big rumble, yeah.
You know?
And it's, I don't know, man, it's like the American dream. I don't know, like it's the fucking, like it's the motorcycle, you know, like, oh, you got a fucking Harley. Like nobody goes, oh, you got a Honda? Like, nobody says that.
Hey.
I was being respectful.
My bad.
Hey, there's a reason I got rid of mine.
I just caught it. I'm like, my bad. My bad, Selena.
It's okay. I got the Honda hate for a while.
Oh shit.
Yeah, still does.
She always gets it because she rolls up to the dealer.
Yeah.
Right in the spot, and everyone's like, really?
Yeah, everyone. When are you getting a Harley? When I can afford one. Are you gonna buy one for me? No? Okay then.
Yeah.
So I think you took my bike into work once, and everyone's like, "Did you actually get a Harley?"
Yeah, they're like, "Did you get a Street Glide?" And I was like, "No, it's Nico's." But you're riding it. Yeah, he let me.
You get on that too? Comfortable on that size of a bike as well?
Oh, definitely. I ride everything. All of them.
So every bike she works on, she has a test ride.
Yeah.
And I would see her like,
yeah, that's okay.
Boom. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always see them leaving around here. So yeah, you got to go out and test ride it, bring it back, see if it's making the sound, if it's working.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right. Damn. So since you ride a lot of them, then I guess at least test rides. What's your what's one that you like? What sporty obviously is what you're riding, but if you can buy the one like be given, what would you want to have?
Honestly, I'd really want my Road King.
A Road King?
Yeah, Road King.
A newer style, like twin cam, a newer one, M8.
M8.
M8 style. Okay.
M8 Road King.
Yeah, I had a 2001 Road King, and that thing saw so many versions of it, but I loved it. I think that was actually my first Harley. Yeah, it was. 2001 Road King. That was my first Harley. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it. And I had that thing Vehicled out, man. Oh, I had it all kinds of ways, man. I had it Vehicled out.
Hell yeah.
I had it. I put a Street Glide fairing on the bitch. I had a 23 on the front of it. I had fucking.
Oh my god.
I fucking did all kind. It had like.
Race that bitch
6.0. I had like 6 versions of that thing. Yeah, because I just get bored. I'm like, well, I can't afford a whole new one, so I'll just do something.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm bored on my own bike, and I just like go like, well, I guess I could take off the front fender and the gas tank and get it repainted.
Yeah, that's what you're doing, huh?
So I was getting painted.
Oh my god!
I'm like, well, my cables look a little crusty. I guess I could do that.
Yeah, it never stops. It never.
What I really need to do is focus on the stuff I really need to do, which is going to be to upgrade the cam tensioners and shit on.
Yeah,
because I'm getting there.
Yeah, you are.
How many miles you got?
Getting there. Right now on that bike, it's only 25,000.
How many? What year?
So you want to? It's 04. So you want to? I bought it. I'm the second owner of that bike, and I bought it with a shitload of like low miles. The guy I bought it from was actually a good friend of mine. his family owned a dealership like in Colorado or some shit. They shipped it out this way for him, and he bought another bike. He was just sitting there. He's like, "Hey, I borrowed it one time. Actually, what happened?" So I was riding my grandpa's Evo, the '92, all over the fucking place. I had no car, so that was my main fucking form of transportation. I was driving that vehicle everywhere. I remember fucking packing the handlebars so high, bro. Like I remember going to spend the night somewhere. I remember going to spend the night somewhere in fucking Oxford. I had like blankets in my bag. I'm like, this is why people like fairings. But anyways, something happened. We're gonna do some type of ride, and my grandpa's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna use the bike." I'm like, "Fuck, dude, what am I gonna ride?" You know, like, fuck. And my homeboy's like, "Hey, dude, take the fat boy, take the soft tail." All right, cool. I took it. Never got it back, man.
He's like, "This is mine now."
And part of it was like I was cruising in. I was like always doing maintenance on it for him and stuff. And he was like, "Hey, why don't you just keep it there at your house? So if you want to ride, just ride it." All right. And then like probably a whole month later, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna put it for sale." But I was like, "Come on,
you're
bro.
gonna buy
the fucking thing."
Yeah.
So yeah, and then actually the way it worked out was back then I was working in a school district and we get paid once a month at school district.
Oh fuck that!
And they don't fucking stuff.
Tough.
You're fucking tough. Like, holding on to every fucking penny.
Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, just pay me payments for the first year, and then then you can finance it after that." I'm like, "Let's fucking go, bro."
Right.
Yeah,
that's how I've been hearing people been getting into bikes a lot lately.
Let's
man. Just
go.
People helping out, someone helping somebody get into a bike, you know, and that's good to hear that people are still helping.
Oh
out,
hell yeah!
You
My
know?
bike, I was like every year I'm gonna do one big thing to my bike. And that's how it's been. That's how I did like everything to it, basically.
Well, that was a responsible way to do it.
One big thing. I mean, believe me, if I had the cash, I would have did it.
Oh, I didn't have the cash. I spent the credit card's cash.
Yeah, that's what I did with mine. It's okay.
Well, I'm talking about the Road King. That was back in the day. Now I'm a little bit more financially responsible.
Yeah, we have to be, man.
Yeah, I'm older in my age, but yeah, back in the day, man, it was like, no, to do one thing to it a year. Man, if my birthday came around, I was asking for parts. I was asking for this. I was fucking like, I can't afford it. I got a credit card. Swipe.
Boom.
Man, fucking, I'll take that bitch.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, live and learn though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
hood rich.
I always wanted to show up to the Pismo run with something different on my bike. Honestly, that's what it was, honestly.
And there's always something that you have to set the mark at, right? You got to set the benchmark to get to goal.
Pismo run, I can't go rolling the same, dude. I got to fucking something has to change.
New wheels, new exhaust, new bars, new something.
Whatever the fuck it is, it has to change.
Have you ever been to the Pismo run?
I have not.
Unfortunately, I've been trying to drag her ass out there for how long now?
Okay, well, you know what? Tell them to let me go.
I remember like when I was working with her, they're like, "All right, well." I took the day off, obviously, for the Pismo run. I don't care who I'm working for, where I'm working. That day is my holiday, bro. I'm off.
I'm off that day.
I'm off. If you're not gonna give me the day off, I'm sorry. You're gonna be short one person that day.
I'm off.
So fucking the next day whenever I went back the next day, I believe, or the day after, whatever the next day was, like, all right, why don't you come to the front and tell everybody how good your run was. I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
I wanted them all with me, man.
Yeah, fuck. You should get out there though. It's a good time. It's a good run. You've been to Pismo before?
No, I have not been.
Oh, even more reason for you to get out there then. Yeah. We're gonna
especially if you got the trucks, bro.
I know.
Yeah, I hit the sand dunes out there. There's all kinds. There's big ass sand dunes out there. You go camping on the beach. It's a good ass. Yeah, it's definitely a good
cool town. And they've accommodated us, and all the city people, the police, and everybody's been real nice with us, honestly. Because we're there just to have a good time and enjoy each other. Yeah. And the hotel, the owner just basically gives us the whole hotel for the night.
Yeah, it's just the parties hotel fun. Or the parties. The hotel,
California hotel party.
Yeah. Hey, Danny was telling me that you're when we were talking about the schooling, you have a elevated level of education with it. Is there a certificate and stuff that you've accomplished?
Yeah. So with the schooling, there's 4 different. There's technician, advanced technician, expert, master. I actually just got my advanced technician this December.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That. Congratulations.
Nice.
So can I ask how that progression works through? Is that through Harley? It's not through MMI or anything?
Yeah, it's
anymore,
through Harley.
Right?
So whatever dealership you're with, they'll send you to school to pretty much level up.
Gotcha.
And so your regular technician certs, you can earn through MMI. There's like 2 classes. They're DSO 1 and 2. I don't know if they still have it now, but when I was there, they had it, and that's how I first got my tech cert. And then I was tech certified, had my everything, was able to get hired at Harley. And then after that, that's when the dealer decides to send you to school if they want to, or if they
Gotcha.
can, if they do the schooling. Because I know some people that have not done the schooling that should have their fucking masters by now, but
Gotcha.
unfortunately their dealer just doesn't send them.
I
So
see. And can individuals take that on their own?
no,
Or is that
you have
something
to get
that
sent
has
by
to
a
get
dealer.
through Harley?
Yeah,
It's almost
through
like a
Harley.
building,
Yeah.
right?
Man.
Well, they changed it. They moved the school though.
Yeah, they moved the school, so now it's in Avondale.
Yeah.
So and it's
Right off the
attached.
10.
Yeah, it's attached to the UTI school, but it's still its own separate building. It's just attached.
I see. So what is those? I mean, obviously, I would assume like more money, I guess, or it's a status thing. Like, what does the level up teach you from one status to the next?
It's based on experience, and then also like you get a pay raise.
Okay.
You know, the more you advance, the more your pay goes up. But it also is like going on experience too. Like I'm gonna be 5 years in come June.
Okay.
So
does it let you do more? Not let you. Is there more stuff that I guess the dealer, so to speak, would
give
ask you to do,
yeah.
like work wise and stuff?
So if like since I'm advanced, I can do a lot more motor work and stuff like that. Like I can take on
Gotcha.
bigger jobs versus just being like a regular technician.
I gotcha.
But I know some technicians that still do motor work and stuff
Hey,
too. But it's like
you were doing more work way before then.
That's true.
Well, if you have an idea how to do it or you know how to do it, then having the certification is just a stamp. It's like
it's like letting everyone know like it's like the
she does know what she's doing.
she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. Just because you don't have it don't mean that you don't
She
necessarily.
gets down, bro. I'm telling you, man. I've witnessed it myself. I've thrown work at her and she's like next. She can get it, she can handle it, man. She can handle it.
What's your favorite kind of part of a motorcycle then? Is it the motor? Is it the motor work?
I do like doing motor work a lot. And also like doing like the little customizations, not just like, the little stuff, but actually like his. I really enjoyed doing his because I changed a lot on that bike from when he first got it. Was like almost completely stock except for some mufflers.
Yeah.
And now he's got bars, cam. I did his exhaust, his shocks, like everything. And it looks clean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not to like toot my own horn, but
Toot it.
It's fun to see the transformation.
Yeah. From it going from one thing to another, it's like, holy shit. Like even with my bike, when I first bought my bike, the guy before me had crashed it, tried to put it back together, did not do a good job at all. Like I literally rode it from the truck to my garage and it was like this, like the front end was like that. And I was like, oh shit, there's something wrong.
This is bad.
And then looking at it, I'm like, well, the lower triple tree, the stop was broken off, so it leaned over, the tank was dented because of it. And then looking at the wheel and stuff, it wasn't spaced correctly, and it was like a whole thing.
Jeez.
So
and you still bought it?
Yeah, I still got it. I mean, it was a
She saw the
perfect
potential.
Yes, I did. I seen it and I was like, I want that bike. I know what I can do to that bike. And every day I looked at it and I was like, I can do this and this and this and this. And I'm like, it's perfect for a fucking chopper build because it's a 72. Like,
That's why I touched on earlier. It's sometimes really good to know the bike that you want to go and build before you go because of all the reasons that you just nailed right now. You can look at a bike and go, I don't care that it has this problem, this or whatever, because I have this in mind for it. It's the right price. It's the right thing. And this is what the bike is going to serve. The bike has got to serve this purpose.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea to have that shit, on lock, There is a huge difference. You were saying when I was asking you what you like to do more. Yeah, I think because when you start doing what you're doing to Nico's bike, it's the build process, versus the repair process.
Yeah.
The repair, like I used to do paint and body with my old man, and we would do fabrication and we do paint, full paint jobs and all that. And then we'd also have the insurance work and the repair work. And that put bread on the table and food on the table, but I was just going through the motions type stuff. The fun part was the customer bringing in the car that wanted to shave their door handles and paint it a different color and do a little like different work and shit like that. That's where the creative side of it and the fun side came into it, because you get to build a little bit, put your spin on it. There's a huge difference between them. I can understand building is always
fun.
Yeah, that's the fun part, especially when it's somebody else's bike and their money. Like you I can spend your money, no problem.
My best question is from customers like, what else should I do?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
really?
What haven't we done?
Yeah, don't ever ask that to a sales guy or a rep or anything like that, because they're gonna reel you in, throw that fishing line out there, and get you.
Yeah.
There's always shit to do on your bike.
Always.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it
Always.
never stinking ends. Sadly, that
Yeah.
bike's got God knows how much money into it, and I'm upside down on it 10 times over, but I love it. It's the bike I wanted to build, how I wanted to build it. And the amount of money I put into it fucking is always worth the smile on my face when I get off of the damn thing,
Yeah, that's how I feel about mine.
Yeah.
Every time I look at it, I'm like, damn, I did that. Like,
Nice.
it went from this to this. And it's like, it's right now, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I love it. But I'm like, I can do more.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just a good
always.
stopping point. That's all.
Yeah,
it is.
it's a good stopping point for right now.
For sure.
So
Right.
Yeah, you have to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was you have to have that. You have to ride it, you have to enjoy it, because if you're always just building it and tearing it apart, then there becomes a point of just not being able to enjoy it and ride it what it's for. I like baggers, I like all that stuff, man, but a nice flashy bike is cool to have, but go out and ride the thing. That's to me, that's the most important thing of any bike. I appreciate every bike. Even if it's got oil all over the damn thing, I can appreciate the shit out of that thing.
You know somebody.
You might know a guy
Look.
like that.
You might know a guy like that.
Yeah. Sometimes the oil is what's keeping the oil in. Like
Pretty
yeah. Sometimes the grime is what's keeping the oil from not leaking out. So
Or
As
the
long as you know it's
copious
leaking it,
amounts
then it's got it, right?
yeah.
Still leaking. We're good.
That's it. But ride them. It does. I can appreciate them in every single form. And Chopper Fest is going to have a lot of that shit. You're going to bring your bike out there.
You
We're
have
going to
to.
get you to go. We're going to
I
get
don't
you
think
to.
I have a choice at this point.
No.
Everybody, she's bringing the bike. Chopper
Yeah.
Fest, come out and see it.
It'll fit out there perfect. It'll be a cool. They have.
They're gonna be like, this was a really fancy chopper. And I'm like,
Well, its nickname is the proper chopper.
the proper chopper.
Proper chopper.
The proper chopper.
Every bike usually has to have a little nickname
have
or
a name.
something. Yeah. You don't have a name
I
for
don't- I
yours?
never came up
No.
with one,
You have a nickname for yours?
Well, the Dyna's China, and then the Street Glide,
no.
we're still working on it.
Still working on
Yeah.
something? Yeah. Maryland. I named that one Maryland.
No shit. Huh?
Yep. I don't know why. That's
I
what
dig
popped
it.
into my head. It just
Maryland.
no tie to it or anything. Just
Cool.
when I saw her, I go, "You're named Maryland." That's and that was it.
She likes
It's
it.
pretty
Obviously.
much his is like a performance bagger with comfortable bars.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
Is that the direction you're kind of going with yours?
Yeah. Because at first I was going to do, the whole bar and riser performance bagger setup. And then she goes, mind you, she's 5'4". Like every time I get on a Street Glide with bars and risers, I feel like a T-Rex. I'm like,
I did. I've
Okay.
ridden him and I feel scrunched. I'm like, he's got a lot of arm. He's not gonna like this. So I don't know.
What's on there right now?
I think it's 14s, just the meat
14s?
hooks.
Yeah, 14
Okay.
meat
Yeah.
hooks.
Okay.
She picked them out, not me.
Are you comfortable on them?
That's
Oh, I
fucking
am
awesome.
beyond comfortable. She did a great job at it.
Okay.
Nice.
Because I when I first got the bike, I kind of told her the vision of like what I wanted. And she's like, all right, well, let me piece together a parts list for you. And I was like, all right, cool. And pieced it together, went, bought the stuff, took it to her job, dropped it off there. I'm like, have fun. See you in a couple days.
What are the shocks that are on there? I saw that some reservoir shocks.
Yeah, I went with Olin's on it for the rear. That's why I
Okay.
kind of want to do the Olin's drop-ins for the front just to keep everything matching. Because
I got you.
that one, I've owned a bunch of like cheap things. I'm like, I'm just gonna throw all this money in and get it done right now because I want it and this is what I can afford. But that one, I'm actually like, I'll take my time. I want to do 100% right because that's a bike I've always wanted.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I gonna just throw cheap parts at it when I can wait a little bit,
Do it
get the
right.
real deal, and then
Yeah.
enjoy it? Because I love riding that bike. The first day I've got it, I think I put like 400 miles on
400
it.
miles on it, yeah.
Dope. And it's a bagger.
Yeah.
And, ultimately that's what they're designed for. They're designed to go and ride
Right.
big
Yeah.
miles, and,
Yeah.
to go out and tour.
Yeah.
That's the concept of them. So you can still build them to perform and all
Oh,
that
yeah,
stuff.
definitely.
And mine is, I hate that term now. I swear. I just hate the performance bagger term now. It's just gone
Yeah.
too mainstream and it's just good.
Yeah.
But so mine is that, but it's still going and do 1,000 miles in a day. It still goes
Yeah.
across state lines. It still goes and does all kinds of shit, they're meant to do that, you know. That's the intention of them, you know.
Yeah, and like when I bought my bike, I wasn't going for like I want a performance bagger because that's what's hot right now.
Yeah.
It's like I've wanted one for a couple of years. I had a 02 Electric Glide before, and I kind of like the setup of it, but the thing was a damn bus.
Yeah.
It was a bus.
Yeah.
And it was a 88 cubic inch.
Yeah,
So it didn't really have any power behind it. So I kind of had the concept of it with the Batwing fairing and a bagger commuting to LA on it. It's like, all right, this is cool, but it's like I want a little more power behind it. I want to be a little more comfortable on it because it was bone stock. And so when I finally went out and got that one, I was like, I want to be comfortable. I want some power. She's like, all right, well, let's do this. And I was like, all right, well, I know this is your job. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm going to trust you wholeheartedly. And when we got the parts, dropped it off, and I got it back, like, I think you did in like a day and a half.
Yeah, about 2 days.
Is that with the cam, like, and all that stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
cams, bars, everything. I did it in about like
a day, like a work business day and a half.
A work day and a half.
Let me ask a question. When you go work at like a Harley, do you have to supply all of your tools, or do they supply some specialty stuff?
They have specialty stuff, yeah.
Okay. Like for example, like a cam requires a cam bearing puller. Or like for the cam bearing. Is that stuff that like that they
they have that, and you can also buy your own.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on what you want to do. You can have your own, or you can use the shops, but they do have it.
They have shop tools and all that shit that you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious because when I worked at when me and my old man and family had a body shop, it was always whoever we hired, myself included, bring your tools. Like, you know, like
of course we
roll
have
in with a trailer or a fucking roll off fucking cart or toolbox, you know.
I mean, of course we have like our own stuff, like everybody does, and but there is stuff like if we don't have something, like it is there. So
yeah, I know, because I know they have like of course the things that you probably definitely wouldn't buy, like the computers that plug in. They have like diagnostic computers
the DT and
like,
stuff like that.
Yeah, they got a bunch of shit. How now with the newer stuff, how hard is it to diagnose the stuff now? Is it because a lot of stuff's computer driven nowadays on them, yeah?
Well, yeah, that's the more that they come out, the more electrical shit comes out, and the DT actually really helps when we can't, you know, figure it out on our own. The guided diagnostics,
Okay.
And if we can't figure it out over there, then we have our people that we call, like, please help.
Hey, I got this going on.
Like, yeah.
Okay. So the machine that what is it called?
Digital Tech.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just plugs into the ECM type into the port or something, and then
there's a little data link connector, and then you plug that in, and then it reads like your VIN, your mileage, like everything. If you have trouble codes, it reads like all your updates for everything. So
it gives you all kinds of stuff,
information.
It's like a normal running sheet, and then your running sheet for the bike that you're testing, so you can see where it should be at. It's a good system that they have, dude.
Oh, I see. Cool. So like baseline, they have a baseline sheet for you to compare. Like, I gotcha.
Like for the ABS brakes and shit, like you bleed them through fucking DT2 and
you hook that up.
Yeah, see, that's a lot of the stuff that I got taught the old school kind of way, but I never went to a school and worked in a shop in those sense where I had access to tools and technology like that. And now with today's technology, I can't imagine. Yeah, you can do it, and shit, it's probably just helpful. Like in that sense, you see a lot. You can probably catch a lot of stuff that you maybe didn't even know existed by running, a program through it.
they have like road test mode and everything too. You just hook it up to there, and then you take the bike out, you click this little button, and it'll record everything that the bike is doing while it's running in that like 30-second time span. You come back, you download it, and then you can look at everything.
Dope.
That's crazy, bro.
Well, don't take that as like, oh, sounds easy. No, that's just
it's still work. It's still work.
It doesn't mean it's easy. It's just
work.
It's a tool to
help.
That
doesn't mean it's going to resolve anything. It just helps you get closer to the resolution.
That's all that it is. You still have to have the knowledge. You still have to have the know-how of what to do, where to take apart. I was doing a little like vlogging YouTube stuff with these bars, and when I don't know, maybe on the M8s as much anymore, but because they have extra cables and all that stuff. So you don't have to get into extending the wires and the brake lines like you did on some of these older ones.
Yeah.
Like that Dyna right there had stock bars on it, and they're hard lined in the middle of it. So you don't have any extra amount of brake line or clutch line or anything at all. So when you go and do a bar job, people don't take into consideration how much it takes. It's not just take a set of bars off and clamp some stuff on and go. Like with this Dyna here, I'm just was tearing it apart, so I already had the exhaust off and all that. But if you're just tackling the bars on that, like you're okay, I want new bars. Well, as you get into it, you're gonna go like, well, shit, I got to take the exhaust off to get to that. Well, shit, I got to take the transmission cover to get off to that. Shit, I need a pair of snap ring pliers like to get like you. It starts to go, well, crap. That's why That's why they quoted me $1,500
Yeah,
for this
see,
fucking bar job.
people don't understand
it,
that. Some
People don't
people
get
do
it.
not understand
A
that.
lot of
It's
people
like
don't.
it takes a lot more than like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take that off, put this back on, and then it's all good to go. No,
No, not at all.
Not at all.
And not only that, when you're doing custom shit pops up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
depending how many hands have been on it before you start going through like, oh, fuck, dude,
Yeah.
they already fucked this up already.
Yeah.
You know, oh man.
Projects like that are one thing, but like shit happens. Like if you're putting a set of bars on for a customer and then shit happens along the way, you can't. Obviously, if there's something wrong with their shit, you go, hey, this is fucked up on your bike. You need to replace this part.
Yeah.
But if you did something or you fucked up doing something here, that's your fuck up.
Yep.
That's your time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Can't go charge them more or do anything
No.
like that. So yeah, shit happens along the
Shit
way,
happens,
man. It's building is fun and it's also fucking
Well, no, that like
it's annoying all at the same time.
Because at the same time, you chose to put and dealership's different, but if we're on the side, or if you choose to put your hands on a bike and do the work to it, and something starts happening to it after the fact, like you almost own it. You know,
Yeah.
hey, dude, this happened. It could be you did the handlebars. Hey, something's happening back here. Like, oh well, you touched it last.
Yeah.
You know, so it gets like, fuck.
I
Like,
have
all
friends
right.
that are that Jim over there. Him and I just have conversations, and he's hinted at the same thing. He's
Yeah.
like, "Well, the fuck does the tail light in the back have anything to do with the fucking floorboards I put on?" Like,
It
you know,
happens.
like
It happens.
yeah, like,
bro.
and I'm
I've
like,
seen it, I've heard it.
yeah,
It
me
happens.
from a common sense standpoint, I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense to me, but yeah, I guess people just. I don't know. Well, you
happens.
touched it, you broke it, you know.
Yeah.
And like I respect all. Like, I get a lot of new riders. A lot of people that say their very first bike, they're like, "Hey, dude, you know, can you do this? So and so referred me to you." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll handle it, bro." And then sometimes it happens. Like, "Hey, bro, this is happening over here." I'm like, "This is what I did. This is what I touched. This blah blah." It has nothing to do with that. I'll help you. I'll fix the bike for you, but it's a separate issue, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they understand. Some guys are a little more pushy. Like, "Hey, dude, I want a bike. I want my bike. I want my bike." I'm like, "Well,
Well, sometimes
work
that happens in the dealer too.
yeah, I work a full time job. I got a bunch of shit going on constantly. Like,
I'll get
to it,
I'll
bro.
get to it. Yeah, I know.
just don't kill my passion because it's a fucking passion.
Mhm.
You know, I honestly, that's what we're all here right now, right? We all have a true passion for these things. These
Yeah.
bikes are our passion. You know, it's the roots like we talk about. It's where
That's it.
we're grown from, and it's fun, man.
Uh,
keep it fun for us.
Well, that's what this shit's supposed to be about, you know. That's that. If you don't enjoy it in that aspect, then you're missing kind of the whole point. You didn't lose it again, did you? The vape?
No.
What flavor is that, by the way? She said she dropped the whole freaking jar, or it spilled on the way
yeah,
here.
it
huh?
spilled on the way here
Oh,
in my
shit.
beanie.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Okay, the beanie. It's
Yeah.
the beanie at this point.
Yeah.
As I said, the beanie she was supposed to wear.
The
I
beanie
saw-
I was supposed
I
to
saw her
wear.
look at her. She's like, "Our beanie."
But no, the lid open and then it spilt out everything. That's why haven't really been hitting it. So I'm like, I need to save that.
What flavor is it?
What did I get? Hawaiian Pog. It's like pineapple, strawberry, and something else.
What nicotine level are you at?
6.
6? Were you a smoker before?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is going in the right direction, I guess, for you then.
I mean,
It's an even trade-off. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little better than an even.
yeah, I mean, I do this more than I smoke. I honestly, I only smoke when I'm super stressed out, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm speaking from experience because I did smoke cigarettes, and then I did go to a vape, and I did have a big, vaporizer, and I carried that juice bottle around, and I was, but I weaned my way down from a lot of nicotine and down and down and down. So that's why I was asking, like, have you come? Or do you always start at 6?
No, I actually went up.
Oh, you went up.
Yeah, I was at 3 for a long. Well, I think I did 0, and then I did 3.
Oh, you should have stayed right there.
Yeah, I did 3, and then they didn't have the 3 in the flavor that I wanted, so I was like, oh, I'll just do 6, and then now I'm at 6.
Oh man.
I'm not going up anymore though. I'm good.
Yeah, it got me. It did work for me, I guess. I got off of. Now I don't. You know what ended up happening? Honestly, my wife just. I kind of forgot about it. Like I just put it down. My wife took it, put it away somewhere, and then I forgot about it, and it was
nice.
I stopped.
Yeah, I can't do that with him.
No.
He literally goes fucking searching for it. So.
No.
See, the problem for me when I had that, was the cigarette. I would at least smoke a cigarette, burn the cigarette, be done with it.
Yeah.
And then I would think, I want another cigarette. But then I would tell myself, but it's only been like 15 minutes. So I'd be like, no, I can't have another cigarette right now. I just had one,
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't. And then when I got my hands on that, the cigarette never turned off.
Yeah.
It just stayed lit all the time. So it was like a constant, I was like, okay, although I don't smell like cigarette smoke and all that shit,
Yeah.
I did catch myself. I'm like, I'm smoking more of this than I did the other shit because it never turns off and it smells good and it's whatever. But are you trying to, or it's like,
It's kind of just I mean, I think I have a good control over it. Honestly, I can go hours without hitting it. It's not really a problem for me. But I think it's more of just like a habit.
Yeah.
It's just a habit now.
That's what smoking was. Did you ever smoke?
No,
never smoked. Yeah, I picked it up at a stupid young age. A guy offered me a cigarette at Golf and Stuff is where I was working.
Oh shit!
So you want a cigarette? And I'm like, yeah, all right. And I got all fucked up. I was all lightheaded and shit. And I'm like, I kind of like that. But no more smoking for me. Yeah, babies and all that shit. No more in the house. So, well, Selena, I appreciate you coming and hanging out tonight. And last minute, Danny coming through with cool people. For cool people. That's what I like having here the most. You're always welcome here. Come down, bullshit with us when you have a new build going on.
Yeah. Definitely.
As there's progress on the chopper, proper chopper,
right?
I got it. Make sure are you hashtagging that on your thing? You should go and hashtag proper chopper.
Yeah.
All right, there I set it off. Go follow the hashtag proper chopper. Selena shit, man. And your bike's going to be coming along as well. You're going to be doing some more work on that thing along the way, right?
Yep, definitely.
All right.
So everybody come out and see the proper chopper at Chopper Fest, right?
Yes.
February 12th.
Yes, yeah. It only seems fitting that the proper chopper is at Chopper Fest. Yeah, it only seems fitting. So cold ride back a little bit, huh? It's going to be a little...
It's going to be quite chilly.
What was it coming in? About 40?
I didn't even see it
this morning when I got up and into my truck, it was about 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's not going to be a lot of traffic, so we'll be good. Yeah.
Well, you've done the cold ride that way before?
Oh, yeah, I've done the cold ride.
We've stayed out here pretty late.
Yeah. Okay, we shouldn't have rode that night. That was a bad idea.
I wasn't here for that.
Cannot confirm.
I told you about that, though, and you're like, why did you ride home?
Well, you told me about that after you walked in the door. You basically kicked the door down. I'm cold. I shouldn't have ridden. I'm like,
oh, my God.
I told you I'd pick you up.
It was a good ride. All of us had a good time.
It was fun. It was
From what we all remember, right?
Yes. I'm sitting here trying to he's speed demon over here. I'm trying to keep up with him. Like, God damn it, there's fog. I'm like, Danny.
Let's go.
Yeah. Fucking South Parking at the light. Oh my God.
Oh, we're doing that shit, man. Oh, Danny's known for that shit. Those fishtails. Well, Selena, you guys have a safe ride back home. Thank you guys very much. You guys are always welcome here. Anything that I can help share, repost, make sure you come to our rides. We're going to be putting some rides together, some events and stuff. So I would love to have both of you guys out there. Hopefully I'll see that bike with the Olins maybe in there by then, And when we go ripping these canyons, man, you should come out ride with us, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, we go and hit these canyons up here. 33, 150, Mulholland. You guys hit Rock Store and Neptune's, any of those places? Yeah, we're gonna have to link up even this Sunday. Actually, I think this Sunday we may try and go meet up with a friend that's gonna be stopping by there. So, you guys gonna be out and riding this weekend at all?
I don't think we have anything else going on.
Maybe sort of, yeah.
Whoa! Saturday. I'm just kidding.
What?
They're gonna be at my party on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right on. So will I.
Whoa, guys. Just kidding.
Well, cheers, guys. Thank you guys very much. You guys have a safe ride home. And appreciate you guys coming down. All right.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate you very, very much.
Very
Especially
much.
Last minute, I was like, Are you down to do this? Hell yeah. So I appreciate you guys. Seriously.
Thanks, guys. Later.
All right. Later.
Later, man. All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate